one another, and then you go back to your place.
Walking, and then go back to riding.
Yeah. So that's a part of the system. But I did start working in the dispensaries and the hospitals where segregation was not an issue. But I think it depended pretty much on a person being a lieutenant or captain in his particular position as to how he wanted to do things. If he had the will, he found a way to carry out the order of desegregation.
Very good. And of course, looking back over all of these experiences, what are some of the things that you can say to many of the young people today? This is one of the things that we often raise with all of our guests, because I think that in too many instances we find that so many of our young people are not focused in reference to some of the things that you were concerned about. They don't have any real direction in life. What could you say to them this morning, next few minutes that we have here?
Well, we have some really enemies to progress, such as television. As it's a real good force in our lives, but it can take up too much of your time. Learn to turn the TV off. First of all, if you're still there with mom and papa, mother and father, if you please, your job, if you're in the school age, is to get your lesson. Get your lesson. Take advantage of those provisions that are being made for you. Since that's your job to get your lesson, be sure you come up with a good report card. Appreciate your mother and your father for the persons that they are. They're providing for you. Don't take advantage of their absence while they're trying to make a living, and you get into something that you should be getting into at home, because you pay now or later. Too many of our young black men are paying in the prison system, but not following directions, parental guidance. So there's just not too many shortcuts, and you don't have as much time as we had at that time to pick up on issues. It's just the age of technology. It's not horse and buggy days any longer. You got to really stay on cue and know where you are going in order to get there. But keep in mind that wherever you're going, you're closer to it than you think. If it's in the wrong direction, you're near. If it's in the right direction, you can thank God and stay on the in the right direction.
Say something over the last 40 seconds that we have about voting. Should they participate in
voting? You know, there's a reason that people don't want you to vote. And if you think about Tuskegee, for instance, where in Macon County you had a 28-sided county in and around the houses and cutting out black people to keep them off the voting rolls, then you know that voting is important.
Very good. And of course, Dr. Kimbrough, we have to end it here, and let me simply thank you for